You too can be a ventriloquist. What we do is we start out with putting like a popsicle stick distance between our teeth. And you smile and you try your very hardest not to move your lips, but this is what you're going to be using right here. And it's pretty easy to start out with A, the letter A. A. B is a lot harder. So what you have to do more is like push more air out of your diaphragm, okay? Hey. Kind of sounds like hey. But A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Did you see F? Does it go like that? It's like F, 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 G, H, I, J, K, L. Here it comes. M. Some people will put their tongue to try to close the lips. M. I just kind of just do more with diaphragm. L, M, excuse me, L, M, N, O, P. Anytime I have a problem, I just, with my diaphragm, little P. Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. The kids, especially if you're with preschoolers, that know their ABCs. Like when I go in and I have preschool, I take Rufus. Rufus he has a personality. Every single one of your puppets need to have a personality. Now Rufus just loves kids. Kids! Kids, kids, kids! I love kids! Hey, where are the kids? Well, they're not here right now. They're over there on the other side. Oh, okay. Hi over there! And what you're going to do is we're going to sing the ABCs. And you take something that they know and switch it around. I tell you, it's so easy to get them to laugh, the preschoolers. Let's give it a try, Rufus. Are you ready? Yep. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Take me to Chuck E. Cheese. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's next time, won't you sing with me? Oh, okay. Yeah, let's try it again, Rufus. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Take me to McDonald's, please! Things like that. Kids will think it's really funny. But what you need to do at first, just go by a mirror and just practice your ABCs. Practice your ABCs. Just concentrate on keeping your teeth having a little gap between them and your smile. Be relaxed. And remember, your puppets have to have their own personality. And Rufus just loves to be with kids. And he's like a puppy who he just wants to jump on them all the time. No, calm down, Rufus, calm down. We're at church now, we need to calm down, okay? Okay. Things like that. Let's give the ABCs one more try. Do you think you can remember? I want to count. You want to count? You know how to count? Yep, I know how to count. Kids know how to count too. Let's give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I did it! No. And the kids are all going to be screaming, no, that's not how you count. I say, well, you teach them how to count. You be the teachers. Teach them how to count. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Rufus, can you give it a try? Did you listen really hard? Yes, I did. Okay, give it a try, Rufus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 9! I did it! No, 9 and 10. They're all going to be going, 10! But the whole thing is you're just getting them so engaged with things that they know, and Rufus is going to come up and be his silly self. You can even go like, Rufus, I'm going to have them count again. I can put your ears up so you can really, really hear. Okay. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I got it. I can do it now. Okay, well, put your ears down and give it a try. 1, 2, 3, 10. Anything like that will get them excited. You can also do Bible verses with your puppets too, and get them mixed up, and the kids will try to get them like he'll be stuck. Like, for God so loved the world that he, I forgot. What is it? And they can share it with you. You can use him in your stories if you want to. But just have fun with puppets. And they can add the excitement. They'll get the kids engaged. They're really good for your kids with special needs because they're not a threat to them. They don't see them as a threat at all. I'm going to go get another puppet for you, and we'll give another try. Okay, I'd like to introduce you to Charlotte. Hi, I'm Charlotte, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. You came all the way from Atlanta, Georgia, down here to Florida? Wow, with these wings? Yes, I'm very strong. And Charlotte is a dodo bird. And so we have Charlotte making wrong choices. And at the school I taught, Charlotte was their favorite because they've all been in timeout. And Charlotte had to go on timeout when she did things wrong. Something like this. Hey, Charlotte, look at all the kids. We get to do chapel today. Oh, that's so great. I love chapel. I know chapel is so great when we get to learn about Jesus. And we get to talk in front of all these kids. Yay, I'm so excited. Okay, now, Charlotte, whenever we go to chapel, do you think we should walk in quietly or should we stomp in? Oh, we definitely should. Stomp in. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm ready for chapel. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. No. We're not going to do that. We're going to walk in quietly. And then when the speaker talks, what do you think we should do? Oh, that's easy. Tell us what we should do. Charlotte, what should we do when the speaker talks? Charlotte, I'm over here. What should we do? And just have them go crazy and say, now, Charlotte, what are we supposed to do when the speaker talks? Where should our eyes be? Oh, all over? On that cute guy. No. You need to be on the speaker. Oh, I get it. And then when we're walking down the steps, should we jump down the steps? Oh, that would be so much fun. Oh, no, we could hurt each other because we could bump into each other and all roll down the steps. Oh, that wouldn't be good. No, you die. No, Charlotte, you wouldn't die. You would get hurt, okay? I think you die. No, Charlotte. Things like that is all you need to do. Go in front of your mirror and just practice the ABCs, and you're going to be surprised how fast it's going to come. Give it a try. I want to bring one more. This one, puppet, is Fonzie. Fonzie, I have to be careful of. He's more for the elementary kids because you'll know whenever I bring him in. Hey, here's Fonzie. Hello there. Hey, Fonzie, you're all dressed for Christmas. Yeah, I am. We just did we did 6 services, right, Fonzie? Yeah. What I use Fonzie for a lot is out in the hallway so the kids can come up to him. His eyes look a little bit scary, don't they? So I keep him back, so if anybody doesn't want to come, no big deal. I'm out in the hallway, away from the park, and if kids want to come, they can. And a lot of times parents will come, and it's a great time to tell them what their kids have learned. And so Fonzie, he is always wondering how his hair looks. So Fonzie's like making sure that his hair looks great, and he's talking to the kids. You might have an itchy nose. Just make sure that you have a personality for your puppet. Fonzie went to Jupiter Christian for a chapel, and they were big into flipping the bottles. This is like about 3 years ago. And so Fonzie Fonzie came up and he goes, "Hey, what you doing?" And they're saying, "We're flipping the bottles." And he says, "I can do that." "You can do that, Fonzie?" "Yeah, I don't have to go to school." Of course, they get a big kick out of that. I had laid the bottles, I had put the bottles after we had practiced them, the kids. I brought 4 kids up, each one had their teacher, and they flipped the bottles and we blindfolded them, and we counted how many times they landed. And then we took the blindfolds off, then we counted how many times they landed. Of course, you can do a lot more with their eyes open, and we were talking about focusing on Jesus. And then Fonzie comes up saying, "Who, he can flip bottles too. That's what they do. They don't have to go to school." And then I took his arm. If you can see, he has a little bar right here. I took his arm and I flipped it like this, and he hit the bottles. And I wasn't paying attention. I was just, "Wow, Fonzie." And the kids just all stood up. The teachers were all standing up laughing. And I thought, okay, I missed something. And that happens quite a bit when you're working with puppets, because you're concentrating on your puppet. What happened is 1 out of the 4 landed on the floor. And they thought that was so great. And it's been how many years since that? And they'll ask me, "Where's Fonzie? When are you going to bring Fonzie?" Even in middle school. So if you can find what they love to do, like flipping bottles is really big. Teach your puppet to try to flip them. But you know what? If they don't flip them, it's okay. He at least tried. And the kids got to flip a bottle, and they're not allowed to flip bottles in school. But when you tie it to keep your eyes on the Lord, just like you can flip a lot more bottles. Let go of all this other stuff that comes in and totally focus on God. I want to tell you one other story about these. I got these at Disney, when I went to Disney. And by the second day, as we were getting ready to leave, I've already had them 2 days and on about it the whole time. A Disney employee came running up to me and goes, "We can't have you leave Disney like that." And I'm thinking, like, what? And he says, "You can't have dim." And he gave me a total new string of lights. And I thought, wow, if Disney can be that concerned about how we look even when we exit, all the more we need to be concerned about how our kids got the story and how they're telling it to their folks. That's why I put up zip lines. That's why I bring in puppets, because kids need to be excited about the Lord. And they need to just have the Bible stories come alive as much as we can, but then explain to them, like whenever we had Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, I had flash paper, but explain to them it was treated, but God doesn't need to treat. God made the whole world. So whenever you're working with puppets, make sure they don't ask Jesus to come into their lives. They're puppets, but use them to show the kids who Jesus is. And go ahead and talk to them. But remember, first you're going to sing your ABCs, and then you're going to have a puppet. See, when I got Fonzie, the church said, "Hey, use some of our puppets instead of yours." And I looked at him and I thought, wow, what a good-looking puppet. But I took him home and I sat him on the couch. And you got to realize I volunteer in the inner city, so I couldn't get past thinking like he's on something, And my kids were looking, we couldn't figure out. And finally it was like, he's looking for something. That's right. And then he was looking for Jesus. Where is Jesus in this story? And then he also liked to look for, "I smell honey! Honey! Who's eating honey?" And the kids would be giggling and laughing. Just whenever you're coming up with a script, remember, keep it focused on your story. You want the kids to go home with the message of your story. And these are just tools to help you. So Fonzie, can you say goodbye? "See you later, alligator." They're not alligators. "Okay, after oil, crocodile." No. They're not crocodiles either. "See you soon, you hickaboon." That was a hard one. Good job, Fonzie. Thanks for coming up and talking to him. Remember, ABCs first.